Motor Week is made possible by Rock Auto, Tire Rack, and 3M.
No other car brand covers the automotive landscape quite like BMW. From small sporty coupes to big family hauling SUVs, they do cover a lot of bases. But despite a wide variety, one mantra seems to reign supreme: everything takes a backseat to performance. Well, now there are two new additions to the 6 Series lineup, one with more backseat and one with more performance. In typical M fashion, the 2012 BMW M6 convertible is a high-performance version of the recently revamped 6 Series drop top, sharing a lot under the skin with the M5 sedan. Tipping the scales at over 4,500 pounds, it's no lightweight. Still, it cuts through the cones like Michael Phelps through chlorinated water. Going into detail on how many adjustments you can make to the throttle mapping, chassis dynamics, and traction control systems would send us into overtime. Despite its high-performance calling, ride quality is not harsh, especially in comfort mode. And that's with a stiff rear subframe that's bolted to the chassis without bushings. Handling and braking, on the other hand, have all of the sharp feel you expect in an M. The biggest M upgrades are the 560 horsepower, 4.4-liter twin-power turbo V8 up front and the active differential in the rear. And we put both to good use, blasting to 60 in 4 seconds flat, running the full quarter mile in 12.3 seconds at 117 miles per hour. There's torque aplenty at any point in time throughout the rev band. But with a soft throttle and sometimes sluggish 7-speed DCT, it's not always instantaneously delivered. Still, the M6 convertible is one of the fastest drop tops we've ever driven. But it is more efficient as well, getting 30% better government fuel economy ratings than last generation at 14 city and 20 highway. It's also very substantial in look and feel, with big heavy doors and smooth operating, very quiet power cloth top with a retractable glass backlight that doubles as a wind blocker when the top is down. The interior is mostly typical BMW. There's still a strong cockpit feel, but most surfaces are flatter and less rounded than other Bimmers. The 2012 BMW M6 convertible is clearly designed for the well-heeled buyer who wants a car that's great looking but not too flashy, one that's equally at home on both the Sunset Strip and Mulholland Highway. And he'll have to fork over $113,995 for the privilege. Now, the Germans love to keep us confused, as for a while now they've been selling sedans styled to look like coupes, some of which are even hatchbacks. Well, BMW now joins the party with the 2013 640i Gran Coupe. Like the M6 convertible, it's also based on the standard 6 Series coupe, but with a stretch for both wheelbase and overall length. In fact, it's even longer than the 5 Series sedan. Sedans, of course, don't look as stylish as this 4-door coupe, with its long hood and rearward passenger compartment, adding a bit of freshness to the typical BMW proportions. But truth be told, we still prefer a traditional sedan. Both available V8 and i6 engines have been upgraded, with the twin-scroll single-turbo 6 in our test car delivering 315 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. Enough to launch to 60 in 5.5 seconds and hit 97 miles per hour in the quarter mile, which takes 14 seconds to complete. Through the cones, we weren't quite as entertained, however, as it mostly comes down to steering. The Gran Coupe is a very heavy car, yet turn-ins are immediate with little to no resistance in the steering wheel. So you must depend on feedback from the chassis to let you know how hard to push. Fortunately, an updated version of BMW's electronic dynamic damper control is there to help out. Besides the additional rear seat room, the Gran Coupe also displays the typical blend of German precision and high-quality materials throughout the cabin. Pricing for the 2013 BMW Grand Coupe starts at $76,895 for the 640i, which is right around the Porsche Panamera, but much higher than the Audi A7. The V8-powered 650i arrives later in the year. So with more style and space and more performance added to the BMW deck, this pair of sixes looks like another winning hand.